Welcome to another episode of After School. I am going to interview a gentleman that I have known since the Corona days, and he's going to tell us his days at the senior high school and maybe even in the junior high school. I am Jenna, and this is
Let's go, hey, let's go. Dumb and Dumber, you and your brother. It's a mistake you made if you think that I could ever love you. Shut your mouth and sit down, boy, I'm not playing with you. I hate the way you say my name, oh, I just can't forgive you. No. Oh, God. Just face it, you're tasteless, your tattoos are basic. Face it, you hate me, you're stuck in the matrix. Your mom should have made me your sister. My father should have had you.
now. We are going to welcome him. He's going to walk onto the set, and then we'll take it from there. And so, let's welcome him. Okay, so welcome.
Thank you.
Charlie. So, Charlie, it's an honor to have you on my set.
Thank you once again.
Yes. So, my people don't know you, but I know you. So, I'd like you to call your name for us.
Okay, my name is Felix Osei.
Yeah. And what's your nickname?
Chochogazy.
Chochogazy!
Guys, that's my nickname.
yeah, it's called Chochogazy. Okay. So, Chocho, where did you have your basic education? And in this case, I'm talking about your primary education.
Okay. All my life I've been to one basic school, which is Sunbeam International School at Odofo. From there, when we got to JHS 3, it was not a boarding school, so we had to move from Odofo here to Chochogazy. Yeah, so simply put, I've been to only one, the best school for basic. So that's International School.
One and the best. Well, that is disputable, and I guess you agree with me.
That's also your opinion, so I can't doubt.
Okay. So, but then, how was it? How was the education like?
Okay,
as you went
it had everything.
Okay.
The fun side, and also the sad side as well.
What were the fun sides?
We're starting with the fun side. To go to school is a very good privilege that you can get, and then socialize with people, make fun, make jokes of yourself, and then teach yourself as well as students. So that's the fun side of school. Then with the sad side, there's during my time, there's certain teachers that we always pray we don't see them. Because imagine you don't like their subject and they're coming to teach you. You know that when you fail, you'll be in serious trouble. So that is also a little part of the sad side of school.
Okay. But your primary, how will you take it? How will you say it?
It was good.
It was good,
yeah. You had the good, the bad, and the ugly as well. So it was good.
Alright, I know, I can relate because I had a fun side in my primary education and then I had my, downsides too, but it's all good.
Yeah.
But then you have some friends, you made some friends.
Definitely.
Do you still hear from them?
Yeah.
You hear from them?
Yeah.
They are still good friends.
Very, very good friends.
Are they making money today?
I can say that most of them have become very successful. We were just 5 boys in class and then 2 ladies.
Okay.
In class.
Wait. Your class?
Yeah.
5 boys.
The number reduced when we got to JHS.
Why?
Well, I can say it was due to mismanagement of the school.
Oh, okay.
So the number reduced drastically to just 5. And I can say that the 5, they've all made it in life by God's grace. Yeah.
Including yourself.
Definitely. As you can see. Yeah, I'm not doing that bad.
So where are the girls?
Okay, for the girls, it's been long since I heard from them. Yeah, the two, yeah. But for the guys, we do speak from time to time.
Okay. Is that where you got your nickname from?
Yes.
The Chocho?
Yeah, it was from, when we were in school, as I said, we used to have a lot of fun. So there was this guy that had this problem. So I just recommended Chocho cream to the person.
Okay.
To go and buy.
What problem was that?
Let me just say, Let me just put it that way. So I recommended Chocho cream for the person, and that was how I was able to get the nickname Chochogazy.
Juba. So the remedy for Juba is Chocho.
That was as at then. By the time I was only recommending. So that.
Okay, I see. And then you wrote your BEC.
Sure.
How did it go?
Okay, it didn't go according to the way I wanted, because I was one of the best students in my class. I was able to even get scholarship to finish GHS during my time. So I was one of the best students. But as I said, there were a lot of ups and downs, particularly when we got to the GHS 3 level. In terms of during my time, I would say that some of the teachers who taught us, they quite made us to be very timid. So it's assumed that when you express yourself, they see you to be normally in local language, disrespectful or too no. But as of now, I don't see it that way again, because you have to just allow the person to express himself or herself. If the person is wrong, you correct the person, but you don't assume the person feels he knows too much. So I think that was one thing that put me very down, and I was not able to achieve what really maybe my parents were expecting me to achieve. Even though I didn't fail, I think I got I'd be 15 for the GHS level, but it wasn't what I was really expecting.
Okay. But then maybe I got it or maybe I didn't. Did you say you were in your primary school, you were in a boarding house or in a day?
Okay.
Or it was just a day school?
From let me say kindergarten to GHS2 is day. As soon as you get to the form 3, you are being taken to Kokrobite to go and finish over there. For that particular bit, you become a boarder. Yeah, just prepare you towards the basic.
And how was the boarding?
Well, the boarding life, I would say a lot of fun was there.
Just the 7 of you?
Together with those who were at Kokrobite.
Okay.
And so your school it has different branches here.
Okay.
Yeah, one at Odoko here and also one at Kokrobite. So we all joined together now to become a class. And I think we are about 20 something as at then when we were in class. So, but I think it was a lot of fun. But that was my first time of living outside or outside my home to another place. So it was good, it was bad, and it was ugly. It had all these 3 things as well. That's the good side, the bad side, and also the very, very ugly side of it.
What was how the ugly side?
Okay. The ugly side of it, I remember we were all in the boarding room and then we were told to sleep. But as guys, normally when we go there, we don't go and sleep. We go mainly to discuss the ladies in our class and see how best we can share them among ourselves. When we get to almost night and we are going to have fun, we share the girls and then take hours from it. So we're just there, just discussing, having fun. If I get this lady, I want. The other friends will say, if I also get this lady, I want. So all of a sudden, our master came inside and I was like, wow. He was listening to us from the window. So he came out and said we should all get out. And he took us to the summer hut. We had the summer hut that we sat over there. So the only thing he told us was we should all remove our dresses. And the kind of cane he brought over there, because he assumed he gave her the instruction for us to sleep. And that man was our cadet master. So you imagine the kind of disciplined person he would be. So we took our dress off. And then
you were all naked?
Yes.
Wow.
Because the girls had their side, so they were not allowed to come to our place. I think after 8, no ladies allowed to come to our place. But thankfully, our master's girlfriend came around and she saved us, because I was just imagining how that day our baths were going to be. Yes, imagine. But that man was, to be honest, a very good disciplinarian. During our time, we thought he was quite bad and also wicked, because we know when children always like it when they have good people liking them. But when you start become straight towards them, they see you as a bad person. So we all thought that man was very, very wicked, Mr. Nkama. He was our what do you call it, our master at then. So thankfully the woman came and then
did she come in there on you guys?
Ladies have ways of convincing men.
And I'm saying that, so was it like he was sent for, that somebody was looking for him?
No,
or the lady came?
She normally comes to visit him.
But then I'm saying that, did she come to where you guys were assembled?
Yes.
She came
there.
And she saw you.
Oh, definitely. We were all our boxes and things. So it wasn't like it was whatever you were wearing as at when you were inside. You were just allowed to. Yes.
Wow.
So it was something like dress up and come. No.
Okay.
So if when you come in, you tend to just take it off.
Okay.
So that your back will just be there, be ready to take your case. Yeah. So thankfully she can. As at then, we were quite young, so there was nothing like we are shy and we were just young. very energetic and then very vibrant. So she came and then she apologized on our behalf, and the master told us to go. That day would have been very, very difficult for us. Yeah. So that I think is the let me even say, should I say the ugly side or the bad side? Because ugly means, but I would say that was the ugly side of it, because it was not going to be easy. But I think I would want to make it the bad side, because I have also one ugly side of my adventure when I was in school.
That's the junior high school.
Junior high school.
What was it?
There was this guy. He was a footballer. Uriah Asante. He's late now. Okay. So they play. Rest in peace. He came and I washed my things on Fridays. We normally wash on Fridays. Okay. So I washed everything. All my clothes, I washed it. So I didn't have anything to wear. And so thankfully, one of the ladies, I think Uriah Asante, washed his sports wear. He was a football player. Okay. He played for Accra Folk. So I think when the things got dried, the lady brought it to our area where we were staying.
Your dormitory.
Yeah, our dormitory, and showed it to us. Like, who is it for? And we didn't know. So we took it. I took it. So because I had washed all my things, I was like, oh, there's this, I don't know who these things belong to. Let me
keep it.
Let me not only keep it, let me wear it, because I don't have anything to wear. So I wore it to our classroom.
Okay.
Don't know when the man saw me, he didn't call me.
Okay, which one? Is
the Uriah Asante, the footballer.
Okay.
He saw me.
But he was a student.
No.
He was.
He I think he got married to one of our brother's daughter.
Okay.
So I was in the in-law of the man.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was staying in the same house with them. Yeah. So he saw me wearing the thing, and I was surprised. He didn't tell me to. He didn't even ask me the question. I also didn't know it was for him. So I was like, oh.
Did he have his number behind it?
They were all sportswear.
Okay.
They were sportswear. Okay. So one is sportswear.
So
there was no name here, but it was normal sportswear.
Okay.
So I left, and later they called me and asked me how I got this dress. And I said, oh, one of our colleagues brought it to our dormitory, and I didn't know who it was for. So I had also washed all my things, and since there was a dress for me to wear, I can't come out naked. I had to try and explore with some of the dresses. So I told him that the kind of treatment he gave me. You know that he brought all his things in his room. And when my friends were in the classroom, I was busily washing his things for him. A lot of things.
Like utensils or clothes?
Clothes.
Wow.
But you could see he loaded it for me that day. That I'll really punish you today. So I washed all the things, it got dried, and I sent it to him. Then he thanked me that, oh, I've done it very, very well. And even after that, he really became my good friend. So anytime he comes around, he comes to look for me, and I'm like, wow, this is how best I can become good to someone. So that was also the ugly side of school. Yeah, then with the good side, if I can.
Yeah.
You know, during night time, we normally have there's something we call almost night.
Yeah,
when we go.
Yes.
When they decorate your face, you have a lot of fun. You pick your lady, you dance with your lady, anything you want to do. So they share the ladies, and my perception of our ladies as at then, I was like, Charlie, where I'm coming from is not quite easy. So if I'm to get a lady, let me get a lady that at least that lady can fill my stomach.
Okay.
Not only I'm not there just to beautify the lady.
Okay.
My purpose is just to fill my stomach and make sure that I'm okay, because we were coming from Odoko, and we became brothers. And you know, during that time too, it's not as if you'll be there, your parents will be visiting you very often. So it's like, man, it's not easy. You have to hustle out in school.
Yeah.
If you're not giving money to buy food, you only take the food given to you at school. And the kind of food I was eating when I was at home, I didn't get that kind of food there. It was more of like gari. Gari that they just driven to become bamku. But gari and okro. Sometimes you get beans to eat without plantain. Sometimes you get wache to eat. So varieties of food. But these were not food that was kind of conversant with, because of this is my first time coming out of the home. So I was like, okay, then let me get a girl that at least can support when it comes to those kind of things. That was the perception. And thankfully, I got one lady who was quite very well grown lady. I think if I was 15 years at then, she was around 18 years of age. Yeah, I think she was quite good. And she is Teresa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more or less like a sugar mommy.
Something like that.
He's sugar boy.
Yeah, but I don't care whether if he comes sugar mommy or sugar daddy. For me, my perception is, man, I have to always for my school.
Okay.
So that was the my perception was not. I was not a fan of dancing in public. I was quite shy, so I normally want to hide myself somewhere. Okay. So my perception was, when I get this lady, anytime I want food to eat, I can get that kind of lady. And yes, she was one lady to that. Brought a lot of provision when we were at school. So we are just there and I'll just say I'm hungry, she gives me something to eat. Then we got there, we were dancing. You know, when you're dancing sometimes and your penis, let me explain to you that way, it touches the lady. The perception is, during my time, the perception is that if you impregnated someone's daughter, because definitely once your penis has started the person, you've impregnated. So we don't say you have, what do you call it? We say you have rooted.
Okay.
That was the word we were using. We don't say you have ejaculated. We just say you have rooted.
Okay.
So we just there, the lady will just be hitting it on it, and we are just there, we are having fun. So this lady came in. One time I told the lady, oh, and I'm hungry. You know what the lady told me? We are done now. Yes, we are done. There is no food again too. Because my perception was I was always getting food from whether tea, whether bread, because they were living in Chochogazy.
Okay.
So the way we were struggling, they were not going
to
that kind of food brought to her. So that was the perception. So that's the good side of school. Yeah, when it comes to the basic side of it. Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Chochogazy taught me a lot of things, because when you're at home, the way you are treated, that is not how you are being treated when you move to elsewhere. Yeah. But at least the adventure there was quite great. We had everything. Particularly when we go to the dorm and we are discussing the list, so that you laugh. You laugh.
The same thing happened to me at the boarding school. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. But I'll share it some other time. But then, do you hear from Teresa?
It's been quite long, I have to be honest. The last time I heard from her, I was told she was married.
Wow.
Yeah, so that it tells you that the kind of ladies you pick when you're at school, it doesn't go anywhere. So if you are listening to me out there, you think you have a serious girl, fine. I wish you all the best. But normally it ends as soon as you are done with your basic level. I think she's married now. Together also with the sister as well. Yeah.
But I also know some people who started from primary and even are married today.
Sure. But if you are to rate out of 10, it's not really up to 5. It's once a while you normally start and you're able to finish.
I don't know where he's getting his statistics from, but Charlie, if you already found someone, Charlie, hold on to her or hold on to him. Just be good to yourselves here, Charlie. Okay. And then you graduated the junior high school.
Sure.
Then you went to senior high school. Which school did you attend?
St. Margaret Mary Senior High.
Dansuman,
yeah. And there's this funny reason why I chose the day school.
Okay.
Because all the schools I chose were all day schools.
Okay. You don't want to go to boarding?
No. Simply because I linked the treatment that we had when we were even just imagine the little body they are having. If I'm to link it to the main SHS, it will really be hell. Because you are there, you are eating 3 times though, but it's like whether you are satisfied or not. No one cares.
Yes.
They are done. You bath once in a day, you bath in the morning. That is it.
No, you can bath as many as you want.
No, we're restricted.
Okay, in your
during our basic level.
Okay.
You bath once, and the bathing is not like you have your own bucket, you're enjoying your full water. They give you the water, sometimes you have to use like 2 pails.
Oh wow.
To bath, yeah. So I was like, So when they talk about body, this is how the system is. Then Charlie, let me live my simple life. So that was the reason why I didn't want to really experience what body was about. Okay. Yeah, because I imagined how it was going to be if even the little we were experiencing here was like this. Then let me just stick to my day. I come back to my house. That one day I can eat any food I want to eat, sleep anytime I want to sleep. So that was the main reason why I chose at the day school. I think St. Margaret Mary was my 3rd choice. Yeah, I think my first choice was Accra Academy. And then my second was I think Mercy Grammar. And then my 3rd choice was St. Margaret Mary Senior High School.
So how was the senior high school? How was it for you?
Okay. Also, senior high school taught me another adventure when I got there, because it's also a new stage in life.
Yes.
That's once you're from the basic level, you move to the secondary cycle of your life. And I think with St. Margaret Mary, I can say that they were treating us like same as when we were at the basic level. If I say that, what I'm trying to mean is, in secondary school, it's assumed that at least part of your life is left for you to live. Teachers are only meant to teach you whether you like learn, whether you like don't learn. They don't care. But it looked like Margaret Mary was just adapting the basic level. You are still being treated like a baby. You come to school late, they cane you.
Wow.
Yes, unlike S.H.S school that I know that way. Whether you come to class or not, they don't care. You don't attend class, you'll be in trouble. And then one funny thing about secondary school, I think from my house to that summer, was that most of my friends always sees me walking to school. I never boarded a car. I never.
For the 3 years you
yes. If you see me boarding car, then it was when I was about to finish. Then I think I started becoming a senior. So definitely, a senior, you are always walking. Definitely, it's going to be very bad. So I always walk to school. So my friend gave me this also nickname, leg bends.
Leg bends.
Yeah, leg bends, because I always like to walk when I'm going to school.
Wow.
So most of them see me walking, and one find is when they see you walk, you don't have to just shut up and be going. They will be waving you in their cars too. Yeah. So that's a little about secondary school life. Yeah.
But then, how did your seniors treat you? I mean, as a first year student, when you first came there, when you first entered the school, how did your seniors receive you? Were they bullies?
Somewhere. But
do you remember some of them?
Yeah. I think one of my colleagues bought Derek. He is even now in the States now. Yeah, he's now a doctor outside. This is what happened. He bought his food and we were all eating.
As a first year?
As a first year. We were all eating at the canteen. So the seniors came and they were like, we should all get up so that they will sit down. So, you are in the first year. What else can you do? So we got up. We didn't want any trouble, so we got up. But this my friend Eric, man, is very, very troublesome. He doesn't care who you are.
I know
my right, that kind of people. So he didn't get up. He didn't get up. So I think that he was eating banku and okro. Very, very nice banku and okro food. So the senior hits the food and all the food stains.
Wow.
Yeah, in the dress. I remember that day. So I saw that happen. You know what the junior will do? You can guess. I'm going to report. Yeah. So he went to report, and then the senior was punished. So I think for the bully, they will bully you, but if you know when you're first year, you just see it as whatever thing they tell you, just
do it
so that it doesn't bring any. So for me, I didn't experience anything like bullying, and also because I'm the reserve type. I always want to kind of hide myself. I'm not a fan of playing in public like that. But I have a way of playing though, but I'm the kind of person I just want to always hide myself. So I never did experience anything like bullying when I was at secondary school.
So what program did you read at NC?
Okay, I studied business.
Business. Yeah. I see. For 3 years.
For 3 years.
You didn't change it.
No.
And what were your electives?
Economics, elective maths, business management, and accounting. Yeah, these were my 4 electives. Yeah.
Okay, I see. And it went well.
Yeah. Very, very well.
I see. But did you take part in sports?
No, I didn't.
But you like sports?
Yeah, I do like sports. I like entertainment. But when I went to the basic and it didn't go well, I told myself that during my secondary school time, it's just 3 years too. And even the 3 years, there are a lot of activities that even goes in that you don't normally even take all the 3 years. Just like 2.5 years out of the school. So I told myself, I have to just focus. Just focus on the books and then get out of the school. Because during my busy time, aside the sports, I also took part in cadetting. I was the RSM of our school.
What is RSM?
Regent Sergeant Major.
Regent
Sergeant Major, yeah. RSM of our school. So I took part in a lot of activities. But when I go to secondary school, I was like, if some of these activities will hinder my progress in learning, because sometimes you'll be there in the class, you're learning, they come and call you out. What else do you have to do? You just have to go. Whether you perform or you don't perform, the teachers don't care, because there's not a private school. They're not there to impress anyone. They're there to only make your grade yourself. So I just didn't want to take part in any sporting activities. Yeah.
Okay. But you said you liked entertainment.
Sure.
Did you perform?
Okay, the entertainment side was just you don't call it show, you're showing money. So it's more like you are just there just to get a woman and just press things if you have to press, and then just.
And you had a lot of things to press.
Yeah. You see, once you are there, you have to also make your name over there before you leave. So, well, different side, yes.
Do you remember some of the girls that you enjoyed going to entertainment with?
For the business class, we didn't have a lot of
Girls.
girls because of
like the
the course. You know, most people do think business is more of the man, but it's not mainly because of our maths. It does more of critical thinking, and because if you are doing accounting, elective maths, which is more formulas, you are doing economics about the economy, and you are studying things. So we only had I think 5 ladies, and I think 30 something boys, and unlikely for us, our ladies didn't have the kind of choice to say ass that we wanted. Yeah, majority of them were slim.
Can you imagine?
So I just have to say it because it's not me. We wanted a lot of yash, but our ladies didn't have it. So we had to turn our attention to those at the general arts department. But there were a lot of girls. They had a lot of girls and few boys.
Yeah.
So that was where our focus were. And then if you are being punished, we were very close. Our classes were very close. So if you are being punished, you had a lady
in the next class.
Next class, man. And also one man who was teaching economics. He was called Oba. Yeah, even though he was a man, but that was the nickname Oba. Okay. I don't know how he got it, but that was the name when we got there. He was being addressed with. Then when he punishes you, I don't know if he has noticed that we have ladies in the next class. So what he does is when he punishes you, you kneel down and walk down the corridor. So if you have a lady in the next class, man, it means that your guy is being punished. So imagine you have kneeled down and then you are crawling with your knees.
Yeah.
You just been moving up and down. That's how he punishes. Punishes it. So we were kind of very shy. Yeah, because most of our friends had girls. Yeah, including myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because as I said earlier, our ladies didn't have what we wanted. And the way manner we played with them, we didn't see it as taking ladies in our own. Yeah, it's really quite. It's not even normally uncomfortable to even have a lady in your own class because you can't learn. But when you have a lady in the next class, there's nothing to be shy.
But the girls you didn't like, others from other
yeah. So it was more of like exchange program. So exchange program. So we the business take the general art takes that was what we were doing. And then also in class, I'm a kind of person. I won't say I pretend a lot. That's what at least I'm a little clever. What I normally do was I pretend I don't understand the English. So when a child asks a question, I use P to answer. So as soon as I get up to start talking, my friends say, I'm too powerful. During the economics, and particularly the economics class, I'm too powerful. Then you start hearing from them, mainly with all boys. And see, when you say they are teasing you, you can't live in that class. You can't live in that class. So I think for secondary school, I got the best out of it. Yeah, I got the best out.
How many people did you date at the same time?
Okay, because of the focus, I only had one person. Yeah, only one person. And even with that one, as I said, what I went through at my basic taught me a lot of lessons. So I didn't take it serious. It was more of like, will be a journey there. So you two, for catch some. Because it do see you also the way. You don't have anyone to show. So I only had one person, but it wasn't even that serious. Yeah.
Did you hear from her?
No.
Wow. No. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so which year did you enter the senior high school?
That was 2011.
2011.
Yeah, 2011. Yeah.
So by 2014,
I was done. Yeah.
Okay, and which house were you?
House 3. Yeah, we wore the green. The green, yeah. Okay. So I was in a green house.
Okay. And was your house mostly winning?
When it comes to sports, yes. But when it comes to other things, we're not the best. But mainly for sport, we had this guy Seth. He runs very, very well. One short guy. Yeah, one short guy.
I remember I had a short junior. It was called Escaluta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Escaluta. Yeah. Some short boy like that. But the guy had
was
mass.
Very
like he had muscle mass.
Wow.
Was it mass muscle or muscle mass, whatever. But this guy was thick in flesh. He had muscles and he was short. And the guy could run.
I don't know if it's something linked to short people. Because I noticed most short people, when they kind of sprint.
It's because they are down to
down to it. So they see it as they just move and they are able to.
I recently met him at work. I was at work and then a car came to park in front of my school or my workplace, and this guy saw me standing at the entrance. He was looking at me, and I also looked at him, but I couldn't figure him out because I had left school
many years ago.
This guy was still looking at me, and then he stopped he turned off his engine and was like, he came out and he was like, wait, why did you go to school? And then I called my school, and he said, I also went to the same school. Which year did you complete? I told him. He said he left, I think, after 2 years or so, because he was in Form 1 and I was in Form 3. Then he said, I'm the one. Do you remember Escaluta? I said, Escaluta. Yeah, some muzzled guy. And he said, I'm the one. And I was like,
and Onobi, he was not in the same form.
No!
Yeah, Jay.
More. Not be saying he's put on more. Watching rough.
Wow.
Like, seriously. I asked him, but where is your muscles? I said, bravo. I said, bravo, no. So, all the muscle
you were taken care of by someone. So now take off your own muscles.
Now he was taking care of himself. So it was a Charlie. Bravo, then
that
So you said you read business.
Sure.
Why did you choose business?
Okay, I read business because I thought that's one avenue I could use to achieve my dream in life. That's to become a business administrator one day in life. So that was mainly why I read business.
Okay. Now, did you have some teachers at the senior high school that you were scared of? Besides Oba?
Yes.
Oba, were you scared of Oba?
Yeah, I was. So because of Oba, I normally don't go to class.
Which subject was it?
Economics.
Okay.
Yeah, so he taught us when we were at Form 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when we were about to finish. Yeah, to be honest, I enjoyed the lady who taught us at Form 1 and Form 2. She was very lovely. Yeah, she teaches for you to understand very, very well. But for Oba, I saw Oba to kind of too hard. Like, I don't know how he wants you to grab the thing. Whether you like it or not, you have to grab it. Whether you understand or you don't understand, you just have to grab it. So what I did was, I normally don't go to class. Whenever I don't go and I come in, the day he will come to class, I'll use that as an excuse.
Okay.
That when he thought I was not here. But when you tell him you were not in class, he skips you.
Okay.
He doesn't assume that whether you came or not, I don't care.
Okay.
You have to answer my questions. As soon as you tell him you were not in class, he skips you. Yeah, he just moves on.
I had an economics teacher, but it was terrible. Seriously, the
I
man was terrible.
Wow.
He was a good teacher. Like, he was very good at teaching it, but managing the class was quite a problem for him.
Yeah.
I don't know, but someday I'll talk about it. Yes. But then, do you have any talent?
Okay, talent in terms of
some skill that that is innate, like maybe singing or playing football or dancing. Dancing, I know so you can dance.
Oh, I still have some skills. So
like dancing.
Maybe we'll do that for one day. Maybe one day we just.
I'd love to see.
Yeah, we just do that.
But then, do you have any skills?
Yeah.
Do you think you have some skills?
Yeah. Even aside me studying business administration, I also wanted to play football. Yeah, so I think during my basic level, I was very active when it comes to playing football. But in Ghana here, if you don't have anyone helping you, it's better you just focus on the one you think you can achieve. Because if you want to play football, unlike outside, it goes through stage. You join an academy, you go through training. Your parents even monitor your process. But unlike here, if you say you want to play football, they only come to help when they see that you are getting close to what you said you wanted to do. Because it's mainly about learning. And my father was the kind of person that he was also very intelligent, but because he didn't get a chance to get to that level, he wanted to make sure that we focus solely on education here, only on books. So he didn't care about any other thing you were doing. His was, by the time school vacates, you are first in class. If you are second, you can't go. There was one time I was third, and I knew my father was going to beat me, so I slept early. So that the next day, when you are angry and the day passes by, at least you go. But when you come to meet the president, you've checked and you see he has.
Charlie, come here. Oh,
thank you. So that particular day I slept very early. So I think I was third in class. So I slept early on that particular. So the next day, my father wanted to punish you because he was also going to work. He had to just skip it and then it was it. So ours was solely about books. Solely about books. Whether you like it or not, like as my junior brother too was also very intelligent. Yeah. Ours is once you are just not learning, you can't be in the house. It was only my senior sister that had a different skill. My senior sister could dance very, very well. Yeah, she also was very interested in dancing. But as I always say, who will help you to get to that destination?
See, that's the thing. I think it's now that dancing has become a prominent thing. But many years ago,
it wasn't seen as anything. You are seen as a football or I mean. Dancing, or playing football. But I think, thank God now, people are utilizing this kind of the talent they have.
Did you hear of rumors about you?
In school?
Yeah, at senior high school.
At senior high school.
Rumors you heard about yourself.
Even if you hear, it's not like when I'm grown. And you hear something and you are eager to confront whoever that said that thing. During secondary school, the only rumor you hear is about ladies. It's more of like,
this one.
This one is So there's nothing rumor about anything aside ladies. It's purely about ladies. Either someone has gone to take someone's girl, or you have changed your girl, you are taking another girl. So it was solely about ladies. So yes, you hear rumors, but as I said, it's solely about ladies. So it's not, when you hear about ladies, it's like something you're already doing. So it's not new to you. So it becomes new to you when you've not done that thing before and people ask. But once you know it's my hobby to take in ladies that I want, then it's nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your saddest memory of senior high school?
With senior high school, I would say I didn't.
You don't have any sad
I didn't. The only sad time I had was when we got to school late and our mistress locked us from entering the school.
Your headmistress?
Yeah, headmistress.
What was the name?
I think we addressed it as Auntie Mansa. That was the name we gave her. And then also the assistant was Madam Warisa. She's also late, man. So rest in perfect peace. Okay. She logged. Like I said, we were being treated as we were in the basic science. So she was giving us warning, but we were like, we are about to finish. So get out, let's finish that thing. That kind of thing. Yeah, like who are you coming? Just want to be done. We almost there. We just left this 1 or 2 days to do it. We had one friend, insurance. Insurance. Yeah, we were treating one business topic, insurance. Okay. So the teacher asked what insurance was, and as soon as he got up, instead of saying insurance, he said insurance. Yeah, so that was the thing.
Is he from Kumasi?
I'm sure. Yeah, I think H. Johnson, I'm definitely sure he'll be from good. So I said he got that insurance is then you see the whole class. Fans coming from everywhere. He was close to me too, so that was my fooling partner. Okay. Yeah, it was somebody we flew together, so that was my fooling partner in class. So the mistress locked the gate. She prevented us from entering. And who are you to go in? So I think one guy called one of the media houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then they came to cover what was happening.
Wow.
That day was horrible. And I think the mistress also got into trouble. For doing that thing, because no matter how late we are, you can't keep me at the back of the school. Yeah, because I don't if I should fall, I take it to my house. It is not yours. So even if I'm to come to school, the only thing you can do is to maybe reach out to the parents that your ward are to come to school. Yeah, but you cannot prevent a student. So I think even she didn't expect that a student could do that. So that since that day, she started becoming very careful with us that hey, if you fool, your time here will not be enough. So that was the sad side, because most of us came on TV. Yeah, because as soon as the media people come, they will definitely interview you. That what happened, why is this woman doing that, and yeah. So I think that was a sad moment that we had. But in terms of sad moment, I didn't have any. In fact, secondary school was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. You would always want to go to school. Unlike the basic that you are just praying one teacher will not come. Yeah, at the same time as Mr. Kamada I said, I didn't like paycheck. Okay. So he was coming from Kulubiti, the teachers at Odoko. So I always pray so hard that he comes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So all the time, anytime I sit at the gate of my class, so I always pray, God, don't let this man come. God, don't let this man come. But so that I see him, come and see my heart panting out. Yeah, he was one man that, to be honest, it's now that I notice he was helping us. But before we thought he was just being rude, because the way he would discipline you, challenge the way school would not even just come for you to even go, because anytime we go to school we're being scared of that particular because of the way he was. So I was in secondary school for that one. I enjoyed. It was only one teacher that I didn't like, Mr. Buedu. He was teaching elective maths. You know, elective maths is quite difficult as compared to core maths. But just like people also say that core maths is quite difficult, and maybe they will have their own reasons. But if you ask me, I would say elective maths is more difficult than core maths, solely because of elective maths is more of formulas and principles. So if you don't know the formula or the principle, you'll be lost. Unlike core maths, that there are so many ways in Kenya. So I can take from this house to Kaneshi, I'll get to Kaneshi. Take from a different route to Kaneshi, I'll still get there. But elective maths is purely formula. And what this teacher, what he was doing was, when he comes to class, I'm sure if he hears this thing, he will really get angry with me. When he comes to class, he's not you to teach. He doesn't do. He's forgotten, he just saw one or two. I hope you understand. But I understand, you don't understand. He assumes you have understood. He clears it, he's going to wash his car. He's done with you. When you understand, you don't understand. If the once one or two people in the classroom understands what he has done,
that's it.
He does it. He doesn't care.
Did you complain? Did the class complain about him?
One thing about that man, you can't complain about him.
Why?
When you complain, he comes to the class. You become the scapegoat.
Okay.
And his is not only to one person, to the entire class.
Wow.
Yeah, because he sees it as if definitely one person that went to do that. So if you've got to complain about me, then all of you are in trouble. So for him, we just had to just be with him, whether we liked it or not. And I have to say, I never liked the elective mathematics solely because of the way he was teaching it. Solely, he says he assumes you should be learning yourself. There's nothing like I'm the one going to face for you. You should face yourself. He assumes before you come to the class, you should even know before he starts. So whether you like it or not, you have to know what he starts. So because of that, I never liked elective maths. I never liked. I didn't perform well when it comes to elective maths. Yeah. Ever since I started, core maths was perfect. All the subjects were perfect, but particularly with elective maths, I didn't like. So I think that was one bad moment that I had when I went to secondary school. Yeah.
I remember some time back, it was reported on the media that an angel had appeared in your school.
And St. Margaret Mary.
Yes, St. Margaret Mary.
It will depend on the year because
The year
because I competed 2014. So probably either it happened before we went there or after we went there. But our school was seen as
a religious
yeah, to the extent that even when you go, there's a saying that goes, when you go to Rome, we do what Romans do. So for some of us, when we go there, whether we understand what they are doing or not, we just have to cope with it. They sing their song whether we like it or we don't like it. And so there was one song they sang. Then we were not Catholics, so we also changed our own way because they sing it. Obama wafon, Osei, Obama, that's the president. Obama wafon. Obama is late. There's this there's song they sing as part of their
Catholic hymn.
Yeah, Catholic hymn. So we don't know what they are doing. It's like they are wasting our time because I don't know, we are not Catholics. So when you invite us to come to your church, we are only coming because you said we should come. We are not coming because we want to come, because I'm sure if they had left us to make a decision that if you like go to that church, if they don't, I'm sure 90% wouldn't have gone to the church. So, and we had one father, our father sat there. When you come to the parish, they give us this hymn now book. We all had one. Because I think they wanted to instill that thing in us. With these Catholic schools, in as much as they are offering you education, their goal is also to make sure that you worship with them. Yeah, because they see it as once you are learning in their institution, you have to also adapt their religion, whether you like it or not. Like that, they were not imposing it, but we were also going to the parish hall with them. So this father always coming with Sakura,
Okay.
always shining the head, always the head is shining. So he starts at the gate with the kid. So as you enter, where is your hymnal? Where is your hymnal? If you don't have the hymnal, he canes you before you enter. And because that man, anytime you see him, you have to run.
Okay.
Because when you see him, he will notice a problem with you.
Okay.
And when he notices a problem with you, is that you are going to read, or that day you have to write a report on why you did that particular.
And interestingly, it looks like every senior high school had one teacher or one person in that school that anytime that person saw you, they will find some fault with you.
Yeah. And we got it from a father, a reverend father. So as soon as you see him, you have to start looking for a place to hide. Other than that, he will definitely find fault with you. Either you're dressing, or you are doing something that you're not supposed to do, or he will assume. Imagine you are standing there with a lady. He will just assume you are novitiating.
Okay.
So he will call you a big girl and write the report while you are in that position with that lady. Yeah. So that's all the things that secondary school. But to me, if I'm to compare basic to senior high, I would say that I had a lot of fun with senior high. And for basic, the ending wasn't good. Yeah, but for senior high, it was perfect.
You know, senior high school is a transitional point. You
Sure.
know, you learn a whole lot of things from the senior high school. Like, you know, some people actually learned how to be confident.
Sure.
From the senior high school.
Sure.
Some people found their purpose from the senior high school. Some learned how to talk in public. From the senior high school.
Yeah.
So senior high school has a lot
of
and
things.
so if you don't go to senior high school, you miss a lot.
Sure.
Seriously. Yeah. Okay. So I have a term, or like a closing thing I say with after school.
Okay.
I say after school, one could be a
Definitely.
You see that?
Yeah.
So after school, one could be a so if you have to go to school, you have to finish your junior high school, you have to finish your senior high school, and your university. That is if you can, you know. Yeah. You have to, then you can have stories to share.
Sure.
Do you understand it? Yeah. So after school, one could be a Okay, so now you graduated senior high school.
Sure.
Good. Now you've left that part of your life. Then you entered into tertiary.
Sure.
Yeah. Which year did you enter into tertiary?
I entered around, after secondary school. Back then I thought once you're done with secondary school, just go and look for a job, and a living life has started. Because later I noticed no, the kind of job you are doing is not worth paying, because you work very hard. At the end of the day, you get something little. And then, so I think around 2018, I decided to now go back to school and then gain more knowledge and skills with life, so that I could achieve whatever thing I wanted to. Like I said earlier, I wanted to become a business administrator. So definitely the purpose is, after secondary school, what's next? So that's entering into the university. And with the university life, when I was in secondary school, there was only one university that I wanted to join, which was the University of Cape Coast. Yeah, the best university in Ghana.
That is debatable.
No, it's not. You can make your research.
That is debatable.
It's on the internet. You can research.
Debatable.
It's not debatable. You can make your research. I'm not the one saying it.
No, it's not about making a research.
Oh,
I've also heard about it.
You've also thank God you've read it.
It's not. I'm not confirming what you said.
So viewers,
I'm not confirming what he said.
Once he himself is saying he has said about it, I don't need to.
I'm not saying I've heard about it. As in what you are saying is the truth.
So which university do you think will be the best to you?
But what I heard, it was Legon.
But what you heard?
Yes.
Legon was the best in
Legon.
Africa.
Yeah. Yes.
No, then please.
Not in Africa.
In Ghana.
No, yes, in Ghana.
No, but in Africa it's UCC.
In Africa.
Yeah, you can make your choice.
This is not the best.
You can make your choice.
See,
If not the best, I think the third best. I will confirm to yeah, but in Ghana, especially it's University of Cape Coast. Remember that, don't lie yourself about it. It is the best
no trouble.
university in Ghana.
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
The facts are there.
No problem.
The grades will tell you. For for UCC it's 80 to 100 to get A. For Legon it's 70 to 100. So this will tell you that if you want the best standard, come to University of Cape Coast. So that is where I started my university from. Because of the course I read business management. Because of the course, it's linked with IT as well. So with IT, I can only restrain myself to school. I also joined another IT institution to also get more knowledge and skills from them. So I started with Max Pro Computer Training Center. That was even after I had finished secondary school. I did that one before just to put it down. So with there, I studied Microsoft Office. That's Excel, Access, PowerPoint, Word, and then I think also typing as well. So I studied this as part of my programs. And then recently I went to Open Labs Ghana to study Management Information System. Because I said because of the course that I'm reading, it's more about data, how you can manage data, how you can interpret data. So currently I'm done with the diploma, I'm doing my degree, and hopefully by next year I should be done with my degree program.
Okay, all the best on that. Sure. Yeah. So, so currently, are you engaged in any business activity now?
Yes.
What?
I'm a facilitator in a school, or in an institution, let me say, and then aside that, I also offer services to people in their various homes as well. In terms of if you want me to teach your children or your learners for you, either maths, English, science, the course have been private class together with IT as well. So that is what solely I do now. Then I can also analyze data for you. That's if you have a data that you want me to analyze for you, or even prepare data for you, it's something I can do for you as well.
Okay. Well, that's something that he's doing, and so if you have any extra job for him, yeah, he's open for that, especially home tuition,
and then also design data, analyze your data for you, and then interpret your data for you as well.
Yes. Okay.
And then also, let me not cut in short, also to advertise your product for you, is also something I also do as well. So
how do you advertise products?
Either you use social media platforms, or you go out and then sell your, like imagine if you have a product you want to sell. It's all about having a good name. A product without a good name is a product not worth advertising. So before you can take your product out, ensure that you've got a good name before you can advertise your product. So advertising is about communicating to your customers or potential customers that you have, and trying to convince them on the need for them to take your product or service that you want them to have.
I see. Okay. I think that would be your life in university. Yes. You have happy moments, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Like what?
Okay, with life in uni, I would say that uni 2 has also taught another life experience. Life is a journey. So once you progress to the next stage of your career, it gives you a new challenge. So with University of Cape Coast, I would say that the focus there is also to achieve good grades, try and get a good job after school. So some of the good moments that we do have in school is when, for instance, you've written an exam and you know inwardly that this exam is going to go well. Then you are just anxiously waiting that the results will just come out for you to just advance to the next class. But situations where you know that this exam actually didn't go well, then you know that you are paying your money for receipt. And in exams, in school, in uni, one thing you always pray for is not to write receipt. Why? Because receipt takes your money, one. Receipt to waste your time, two. Because whatever thing you have learned, you have to come back again and learn it. And then three, receipt reduces your grade. Because the higher your number of your credit hour increases, the lower your grades become. So receipt is something. Receipt is a bad moment in university, because no one should pray for having. I think I had one when I was doing my diploma. I think it was financial reporting too. And that was one subject that was very difficult. So even during the day of writing, most of my colleagues didn't come.
They prefer IC than receipt.
They prefer IC. Yes, and to me, IC is even better than receipt. The only thing is that IC takes you to another year. But if I imagine you yourself, you know inwardly that you can't pass this thing. And then UCC2 is a place where Charlie you can copy.
Okay.
If you are thinking of going to copy, forget it. The invigilators might be teaching you, they might be your lecturers. But when it comes to invigilation,
they don't
know who you are.
UCC.
They just don't care.
Okay.
They are, because it's assume the higher the racism, the higher the money they make. So I think yes, they might not be praying you get racist, but they are hoping you will get racist and come and take part of their exam. So most of my colleagues didn't come to either paper, but I was like, Charlie, I don't care what happened. I'm so right. They brought the paper. I wanted to run away, but because I had already signed, if you get out, it reflects.
Okay.
So I signed, wrote it, and this results came. And I think in UCC our lowest is I think E. We don't have F. I always E. He came and it was E. I was like, I was not expecting anything better than E. So let me just take it in good faith. So I only had one rating during my diploma level, but for my degree level so far, I think so far so good. I've not had any rating, and I'm hoping that everything will be okay. Yeah. So for uni life, even though you've experienced life in secondary school, I also entreat you to make another progress in life to enroll in the uni and also experience what life brings over there. If you're able to become a regular student, fine, because there's more adventure there than with the distance. Because with the distance, we are seen to be working class, so the attention given to us it's unlike the regular student. Ours is quiet. You are treated as you are matured, and then you are also schooling as well, just to attain certificate. So I think uni life too is also good. I'm just hoping that by the time you are done, the kind of economy we find ourselves in will help us get good jobs too.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes. So at UCC, when it comes to exams, your lecturers are not against you, but they are not with you too.
Yeah, you can't copy, so you better learn.
Yeah,
you can't.
They are not against you, but they are not with you.
You can't copy,
yeah.
So you better learn.
Yeah, great. So now how do you relax? And I'm talking about like your leisure, like how you things you do to relax or to entertain yourself.
Okay, so normally I listen to music. Yeah, during my leisure period. I'm not the outing type. Yeah, I'm very quite reserved. So either I'm listening to music or I'm watching.
What's your kind of music?
Okay, I like this Coos, Westlife, yeah, kind of thing. I enjoy their music.
Which of the Westlife songs can you sing?
An Empty Street.
But
But we'll do that another day. Don't worry. Yeah, I enjoy listening to Westlife songs. Yeah, and then this movie, Let It Shine.
Let It Shine.
Yeah, I also enjoy their music a lot, even though it's a movie being linked to music linked to the movie. But aside that, you just put the music and you'll be listening. So I normally enjoy Coos a lot.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm not a fan of
music.
I'm not a fan of Ghanaian music.
You don't like Ghanaian music?
Yeah, they make a lot of noise.
Seriously?
Yeah, they
Wow.
make a lot of noise.
You don't like Sarkodie?
Okay, there are some I listen to. If I say I don't like it, what I mean, I'm not a fan of their music because of the noise they make a lot. But I do listen to some, definitely.
Okay.
There are some that when you listen to, it makes sense. Sarkodie is a typical example. There was one song he did with Obrafo. We are say Inyawa Musu or something like that. Yeah, it's one nice song that I normally listen to. So
was it with Obrafo or Manifest? I think it was.
No, yeah, one with Manifest, one two with Obrafo.
Okay.
There's one song too he did with Obrafo. Yeah, I've forgotten that song.
Okay.
Yeah, but is it Paimuka also something like that?
No, Paimuka is Obrafo. It's only Obrafo.
Oh, it's only Obrafo. Okay, but there's one song he sang with Sarkodie.
Yeah, there's one song. Like one was an advice.
Yeah,
and the other one was more like less like hailing.
No, the Viasi Minyawa Muso was with Obrafo.
Yeah,
the Manifest was I've forgotten that song, but Manifest was a different.
Say I was a Bikung on prepare on Hong Kong. I know that song.
Yeah.
Okay. But do you have places you like to visit?
As I said earlier, I'm not a kind of outing,
Outing person,
yeah,
okay.
person. So if I'm not working, I'm solely in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the outing type of person. Maybe as life progresses, maybe one day I'll want to take that kind of adventure, but not now.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to focus and make sure that you achieve whatever thing you have to achieve first. Then entertainment will come when you are done making money in life. Yeah.
Okay. But are you dating?
Should I say yes or no? Should I say yes or no?
Are you dating? What do you mean by should you say yes or no?
Okay.
Okay. Well, Charlie, I think we've exhausted our time. Yeah, I think we can bring it to an end here. And so until we come your way some other time, we say after school. One could be
So
so go to school. Okay, bye bye. Adios.
Bye.